one is also somewhat related to the performance piece. Mostly we go for caching, in order to improve the performance of the application overall. So this becomes a boon, and at the same time, if you don't understand the context of, what kind of data is being, maintained in the cache, it may become a curse also. Like situations wherein we are involved in clustering setup, wherein we have to ensure that the memory cache is synchronized across all the nodes in the cluster whenever the data is getting frequently updated. So if the context is somewhat related to the data which is getting frequently updated, it's going to be a pain, because the time that is going to manage the synchronization of this cache across multiple nodes itself becomes overhead. So in this situation, and the reverse also, for better safety, in case of new, messaging frameworks like Kafka and all, we introduced this replication factor. So this replication factor is kind of, fault safety catch, wherein if the message is lost somewhere, we increase the replication factor to ensure the data safety. That increases a lot. Then the performance lag because of maintaining the replica, okay, across multiple topics. All those things becomes a challenge again. So unless you understand the context, whether it is whatever may be the thing that you're planning to achieve, whether it is performance, or is it fail tolerance, anything can go for a toss if it's not understood properly.
Interesting. So it becomes just because you do replication or caching, you can actually slow down the application also. So your thought?
So we come across this very frequently, because it's almost like, when a normalization becomes good to bad. Sometimes, like, you had to go with denormalized structure instead of to get the performance, than actually normalizing everything. Similarly, like, so this is something that actually, even a pattern going from good to bad, a pattern going as an anti-pattern. So in general, I would say, like, in architecture, every decision that we make is a trade-off, which means, depending on the context, one of those decision can be good or bad.
So I think as architect, it's kind of doing that clear switch in the mind, right? From an engineering mindset to an architect mindset is highly dependent on the context, and we need to keep our eyes on. This gives us a good idea of how context is important, and just like the kanji or the emoji characters, the context makes the difference between good or bad. Let's look at how to identify these different contexts in the architecture discussions as well.